Whatever wholesome deeds, such as venerating the Buddhas and generosity, that have been amassed over 1,000 eons, will all be destroyed in one moment of anger. So this is a very powerful opening statement. And I'm just going to say a little bit about this line that says that our merits, a lot of them can be destroyed in one moment. I think in a snap, there are like 8 moments. So a moment is a very short moment, a short period of time. So we can destroy our merit by a moment of anger. So I was thinking about this. How does that work? In our tradition, we're often taught that when we do something that's virtuous, what you're all doing today is you're filling your day with virtue. This is how I see it. You've taken precepts, which means the whole time, no matter what you're doing, even if you fall asleep, you're still accumulating virtue because you have the precepts and you're keeping them on your mind stream. And this, just by taking the precepts, the merit starts to roll in. And then also lay vows that one keeps in an ongoing way. Always one is making merit. But these things that we do, making offerings to the Buddhas, making offerings to the sick and the needy, to our fellow Dharma practitioners, to Sangha, to the poor, to orphans, things like this. These are all virtuous deeds, and there's countless virtuous deeds. It's important when we do them, while we're doing them, and also before we do them, and also after we finish doing them, it's recommended to dedicate them. Always dedicate them. And so what do we dedicate them to? Or who do we dedicate them to? There's 2 things that come to my mind that we can dedicate them to. One of them is to dedicate the merit that we accumulate for ourselves. It's like now we're going to give it away. The best thing about having things, I find, is being able to give them. It's very fulfilling, even material things. But this merit, it's a dharma dana. It's a very high form of giving because it takes merit for everything. Every single thing, every hair on our head, every single little thing that we have, 1 grain of rice in our life, all comes from merit. Merit being the accumulation of karma from previous actions. I'm sorry, my throat is a bit scratchy. I'm sorry. So people need merit for everything. So fortunately, we have enough merit to hear even the word Buddha. I don't know how much merit. Maybe I need water. Sorry. Even to hear the word Buddha, which is 2 syllables, takes probably inconceivable amounts of merit. So this merit that we accumulate, what happens when we dedicate it? We can say something in our minds, we can think. By this merit, may all beings one day be happy. By this merit, may the teachings of Lord Buddha flourish wherever it has flourished. May it continue, may it not degenerate. Where it has never flourished, or where it has never gone, may it spread there for the benefit of the beings there so that they can one day reach nirvana, become fully enlightened. When we dedicate like this, we can do it before we do something, while we're doing something. We can always do this dedication. I'm doing this for everyone. I'm part of that everyone. It starts here. If I don't do it, it won't get done. It starts here, but also I have to keep in mind everyone. But we can start small, like when we developed compassion at the beginning of this talk. We tried to bring to mind one person. For me, it could be a dog. I have a very strong connection with dogs. The dogs in India are suffering terribly. Someone recent, my mother, someone who I have a powerful connection with, but someone who I know definitely, 100%, this person is suffering, everyone is suffering unless they're free, but having gross suffering at this time. Thank you very much. For the benefit of the Dharma, we need some water here. So when we think of these people, when we're doing these virtuous things, we can even visualize or see in our mind, we can see the virtue that we accumulate as light, and we can see it coming from our heart, going and touching these people, and then they smile. Like when the Buddha became enlightened, it said that, you know, the world shook 7 times and everybody was free from troubles. I think about this a lot. Isn't that amazing? Everyone was free from their troubles. That's hard to imagine in a time like this. So much war is happening in your homeland, in Tibet, in Israel, all over the place. There's always this fighting. The world was free from all troubles. I don't know how long it lasted, but however long it was, what a wonderful thing. When we send this merit out from our heart, just imagine that, because it creates the karma on our mind too. May that happen one day. When everyone becomes free, we'll all be happy. But let's try to make these moments where everyone is free from troubles, let's try to increase them. When we send this merit out, it's like we are locking it in a safe. Our anger, this is a lot to say about this, how anger can destroy our merit. But it needs to be said. When we dedicate like this, we're locking it away. Our anger, at this point forward, can never touch that virtue. That's why it's so important to dedicate as much as we possibly can whenever we're doing virtuous things. And we have to try to do as much as we can. And the flip side of that, just to mention it, when we do negative things, which happens very frequently, you know, I can count millions of negative things I do each day. On the other side of dedicating or rejoicing about that, we need to feel sorry. We need to feel like, I screwed up, I made a big mistake, and I feel sorry to the person who I committed it towards or in relation to. Sorry to the Buddhas, because I made a promise. I'm your follower, and I've made a promise that I'm not going to harm anyone anymore, but we're so conditioned to be harmful, it's going to take a long time to become non-harmful. So we have to be kind to ourselves, we have to be patient with ourselves, but we have to feel sorry when we recognize that we've done something wrong. And so then, locking away this virtue, when we do get angry, which we do, the virtue is intact. It's sort of like this, one of my teachers described it, is that we're adding it to the sea of virtue. We're adding it to the store of all of the Buddha's virtue, all the virtue that has ever been committed in the past, now, and in the future. We're adding it, so it's like it can't be exhausted. So that's what I wanted to say about our anger destroying our virtue, is we need to dedicate to prevent that from happening. And of course, we need to study our anger, and we need to study the antidote to anger, so that our anger reduces, it gets less and less, so that we can eliminate our anger one day. And we need to hope for that. So, verse 2.